Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's live. Okay, if you are in the game right now, head to Terravilla North, or you can go through the portal to the theater directly in Terravilla Central, just above the fountain. There is a little energy booster there, and you can live stream this broadcast straight from one of the microphones. There's two different setups. There's one, it kind of takes up your whole screen, and you can click X, and then there's another one, it just sits happily at the top of your screen. At the moment, you cannot X out of it, but if you refresh, it will disappear. So lots of options there. If you do intend on asking a question, which I really hope you do, head over to the YouTube link and you can post them all in the live chat. And we are always monitoring and we'll bring them up as we see fit. And keep it farmer friendly. Be kind to one another. And let's bring up Luke.
Everybody, super happy to be here. And yeah, thanks for taking the time to join us in this AMA again. So I'll just address the elephant in the room. So we announced a big promotion that we're going to be doing in mid-August. It's mid-August. Where is it? There's some stuff behind the scenes in the works that we are basically ironing out when it comes to details, when it comes to all of that. There's a bit of a blockage there to actually release it, but it's ready, which is super exciting. So yeah, I was thinking, Heidi, maybe, I don't know how you feel about this, but maybe we just give like a brief teaser of what that looks like. I was thinking I'd maybe just walk people through like the first gate of the carnival, and then end it there. I don't want to show them anything else, but I was thinking that might be, we got to give them some proof that we have some stuff behind it. And then when it comes to actually releasing it, we're working with a few different people to be basically maximizing the reach of this event. We're really excited about the possibilities. It's actually becoming like a much larger event on the back end than we ever thought it was going to be. We've lined up a bunch of people to be working with. I think we kind of laid out the strategy in one of the AMAs with it. But yeah, I'm sorry guys on that one. I am really, if you guys know me and you guys have been building around me, I'm very aggressive with release dates. And, our team builds really fast, but when we're working with other teams too, sometimes that means things have to move back a little bit. But we have it ready. We can show you, we have proof, and then we'll tease some of the stuff. And then what we've been thinking about is, depending on when this moves, we actually have something else that we've been holding off on. And we might just decide to say F it and release that one earlier. So the idea is, we were going to plan on doing this event that we had ready in mid-August, then hold off the other one for after. What I'm generally thinking is we might just say screw it and launch that other one first if this has a content gap. So that other thing that we have ready, it's really cool. Integrates with like other IP. It's not an official collab, but it is some pretty interesting stuff that we're doing with that. The only thing that we need to figure out on our end is if we want to add a prize pool to it or not. There's potentially something very interesting that we can do with that one. So
yeah, there were some leaks on what he's talking about several weeks ago. So if you just think really hard about what was like leaked, maybe there was someone's Twitter account that was leaking things.
Yeah, so we have that one prepped and all ready to go. We were just gonna wait till we did the carnival first to maximize engagement, but I think it's gonna look like is moving that one earlier. So I will see when we can get that one out. I think we could probably do it next week if we really wanted to. There's just like a tiny bit of things we want to do before that.
All right, are you ready for a little sneak peek of the carnival? Are we ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Here's the little entryway. Now, all of this is, I would say it's 99% there. So if anything changes between now and when the release, give us some, what's the word, amnesty, Got a little cute pet section just showing off some fun pets.
We're going to get so many screenshots here.
So many. Some rare ones in there. Here. And we've got our pixel sign for you to take your selfies with. Our avatar has a fun new haircut, as you can see. And let's just walk over here. We can see there's a little bit more of a pets area just to have some fun pets on display. You can make them sit down. There you go.
So yeah, we're super excited about pets. They're ready to go. They're in the game. They mix and match too. So we're looking at like other ways that we can have some fun with that.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, if you can see, there's some differences. There's a lot of trait rarity. Can you pet pets?
But you can make them sit, and then
Isn't that so cute?
this is like one of my favorites. I'm obsessed with it. And then you can there's a little see
Oh gosh.
QA
Sure.
QA. All right, ignore that one. But yeah, you can make them sit, and then if you feed them, which you will get access to little dog bones in throughout the carnival, they stand back up. So yeah, there's your little sneak peek of the carnival. Trust me when I say it's much bigger than what I just showed you there, but that's the fun kind of pets showcase area, just in like the little front.
Yeah, exactly. So they're all ready to go. Part of what we want to make sure is when we launch pets, we're launching them in the right place. So, we're just figuring stuff out around that kind of stuff. And yeah, we're really excited about the next stages. So we think these pets will get a good amount of attention. We haven't done a NFT mint since January 2022. It's been a while. You guys have been holders. Some of you have been holders for like a year and a half now, which is absolutely nuts. We're super thankful for the community here. There are a surprising amount of people that are diamond hands that minted and still are active in the community and still are active here. So yeah, really appreciate all of you who fall into that category, who just have been here with us for a long time. And I want to give a thanks to the people who have shown like strong conviction and support in what we're building. Our game plan has changed a bunch, right? We're a very iterative team. We change things a lot. And I really think that's the only way that you can be building in Web3. We're trying to build the best product possible, but we're also out here experimenting and trying to figure out what the best possible product looks like. So yeah, we're excited for the next stages here. And oh yeah, I think if you guys are following my Twitter, we made some announcements, but yeah, the next stages of what we're doing at Pixels might look a bit different too. Key thing here is, in order to have actual value in an ecosystem, you need a good product, you need a good game, and we're experimenting a lot over the next stages of Pixels of what that looks like for us. We're at a point right now where we have a good base product. When we're looking at retention metrics, when we're looking at all the typical engagement metrics when it comes to gaming, we're sitting at an okay place. And this is when we haven't added anything like, token incentives or anything like that in the game right now. Like we really haven't leaned into the Web3 aspects besides interoperability and UGC. And we know there's a whole host of other things that we can start to do to incorporate those elements of, Web3 gaming into the game. So expect some changes in, the gameplay in the next few months. We're going to take a few more risks when it comes to experimenting with core gameplay. We're thinking about things like adding elements of sabotage into farming, or things like that, more Clash of Clans like mechanics. And I know we talked about it a long time ago, but now the team is taking those ideas like that much more seriously as we want to take some more risk into actual gameplay and game design. So that's going to be some fun stuff coming up when we're moving on to the next stages. And yeah, expect some changes. The key thing with us is we're not afraid to disrupt current gameplay a little bit. We know we're onto something good. Like a lot of you love the farming game loop, and we don't want to undo that. And we don't want to change things up too drastically from the stuff that you guys are enjoying. But we also want to add some much more interesting styles of gameplay too. The game is a great fun game loop. People love farming games. I love farming games. That's why we started building out Pixels as a farming game in the first place. Like the only game I had played for like a significant amount of time and like the last little bit was Stardew Valley. And I think it's an amazing type of game. But yeah, we also wanted to start to experiment with things that we could, lean a bit more into like the Web3 mindset too. Like, can we add some elements of competition? Can we add some elements of even speculation in the core game loop? That's something that I think we haven't taken a look at too much. Like, it's funny because Web3 is full of speculators, and I think speculators aren't always great for an game economy, if that makes sense. But like, what if we started developing out more game features that incorporated the things about Web3 that you guys like? Like, for example, what if the in-game marketplace that we have in the game felt more like a stock market, or things like that too? So we're thinking a lot about different ideas, and we'll probably start testing things like that. So Yeah, if you guys have ideas or suggestions, feel free to give that feedback. And especially as we start to introduce more features, like that's what we're kind of looking for as well. So we might try some things with all of you that you guys don't like, and let us know if you don't like them. But if you guys are liking certain aspects, you're like, hey, this is a really interesting idea, let us know because we'll definitely build out that more too. We're in a stage where we're pretty open to trying new things as we are, on our little snaky journey to product market fit. It's clear that we're hitting some strings pretty well, but I think there's still some areas where we need to improve, the rest of the product as well too.
Okay. We got a ton of really good questions flooding in. So let's just get started on some of them. Okay. Okay, we already addressed a couple of them, like timeline. August 16th was teased and all of that. Let's see, some news on pets. We've talked about that a bit as well. Okay, can early farmers get pre-sale allocation? I would sacrifice my airdrop for a pre-sale allocation.
Wow, big deal. Yeah, so we're gonna do a traditional TGE, and that probably means launching on something like a launch pad or something like that. So yeah, I think the criteria when we go on that route, that's our preference too, to make sure that people who have been here early, um, you know, get the benefits. Because what we want to see, and it's interesting, the world of airdrops, right? The opinion on them has been changing a lot, and we already took this stance, which is great. Play to airdrop was very important for us, and the vesting on like the berry airdrop was very important for us. What we're looking for are people who like what we're building, who are willing to play the game, and who are good actors, like not bots, not cyber attackers, all of that too. So what we want to give the pixel token to is that same type of person. Like it's much better to have that token in like an active player's hands than somebody who's never seen the game before. If they've never seen the game before, if they don't care about pixels, let them buy it on a secondary market. Let them buy it on an exchange, but we don't want to give it to those people directly, right? They're not providing value into the ecosystem. So I can't give any details on this, but just if you followed other TGEs, we're going in a similar direction with other TGEs. That's what I can give you.
Okay. Any progress towards new NFT art? Not at the moment, if I'm being totally honest with you.
Yeah, I want to dig into this, I guess, a bit more. So I know the NFT art needs some updating. We've been debating a few different things, or I've been debating a few different things with this. Sometimes I use the royal we. And yeah, it's just like stuff going on in my head. But I think the key thing that we want to really still focus on is gameplay before anything else. Like our key metrics of success are, retention, their engagement, and it's DAU. And that's the stuff that matters most. So the NFT art can definitely use an update. I think as we're considering like adding on to the NFT art, or sorry, the NFT in general, like the land and like adding in new gameplay elements, that's something I kind of want to hold off on the art update for. I could see us, this is not confirmed. This is nothing that we have, 100% planned yet, but I could see us doing like a larger land upgrade eventually at some time in the future where, if we ever want to move on to new game mechanics, having an optional upgrade of your land that would also maybe look different, have like some new gameplay on top of it, and maybe even new art with that would be something that we're pretty interested in, if that makes sense. So yeah, I would want gameplay to drive any changes that we make to NFT art right now. That's kind of how I sit with things.
Okay, I fixed. Oh no, I didn't fix it. Now it doesn't sit, but it doesn't disappear. Okay, sorry. I'm just live ops for our local environment. Fixing that rare pet not being able to sit. All right. Will there be an announcement regarding the recent gaming demo day win? This was good news and should be shared.
Oh yeah, I mean we announced it on that AMA shortly after. That was when? That was July 26th. Dang. Like 3 weeks ago. But yeah, that was super fun. When we did that shoreline experiment, what we wanted to do was we wanted to get a lot of you in the game because we were doing a big demo day to a bunch of companies, Cointelegraph, Tencent, and a few other companies there, Cfolio. And yeah, we won that gaming demo day. That was sweet. There were 5 other really great Web3 games out there. or building out like Web3 gaming infrastructure. We all pitched like a 5-minute pitch, and Pixels won. So that was super fun and exciting. We got $50,000 of Tencent credits for winning. And yeah, we're trying to figure out where we're going to use those. We'll probably start doing some AI experiments. I'm very interested in seeing if we can train our own AI pixel art model. So we might have a dev blow some cloud credits on that.
Okay, I fixed it. It sits now. It was a typo.
I want to see it.
You want to see it? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me screen again. Give me 2 seconds here. Okay. Here we go. Are you ready? Sit.
Yeah.
And then don't take anything seriously that I have in here because a lot of it is random stuff. It's not real. But there you go. No, it stands.
Can you make that sheep sit again?
I know, it's my favorite. I just don't want it to ever stand. I just want it to stay sitting. It's so cute. There you go. They're so cute. All right. Okay. Questions. More questions here. If my avatar is allergic to pets, can I trade it for something else?
So these pets will be NFTs. They won't be like in-game items like the other ones. The pets will work more like the Pharma and NFTs. So we'll read from your wallet if you have it. They're dynamic NFTs too. So the metadata will update if you take care of it better, if you train it better, if you put more potions into the pet, things like that. So yeah, they'll be ERC 721s. You'll be able to trade them on whatever network they're on. And yeah, we're very excited for that. So if you don't like the pet, even if you win it in the carnival, then go ahead and sell it. We don't care. We want you to have something that you want. You actually also might not like how it looks too. You might want to get like a different looking pet.
Sabotage idea. Make your avatar allergic to pets, so you need to find medicine. Oh my god.
Yeah. So one thing that we've been considering, this is like still in the design works, but we actually really like the idea of adding pets into the core gameplay loop when it comes to sabotage. And that's all I want to do, but I think we're probably running some experiments around that, and I think you can expect something with that.
Pet UGCs. So no, the actual pet itself, our incredible artists has been working on for a long time. They will not be user-generated content for the pets.
No, there is. I have thought every now and then of like, what if we did interoperable pets? Like I know there's NFT collections out there that would look really cute as pets, but I don't think we're going to go in that direction. But that might be something that we consider. I've had discussions with Web2 IP that would be really interesting to bring on for like runs of pets as well too. Can't say anything on that, but there's that's potential as well.
Okay, I'm going to quickly run through a bunch of ones here just because they're kind of discussing what we can further discuss. So how will the first 100 pets be given? And then can we sell the loot boxes? Loot boxes, how do we get these? I think we exchanged them for raffle tickets earned at the carnival. So roughly, yes. So basically, you're going to be having a bunch of fun in the carnival. There's going to be a bunch of different ways that you can earn tickets that you exchange for mystery boxes. And then those mystery boxes you can decide to exchange at 3 different trailers for various different potential prizes. One of those is a pets trailer, and you will have the potential to possibly get something that will lead you on the way to receiving one of the 100 pets.
So note with these boxes too, we're doing something interesting. It'll be the same amount of pets given out each day. So if you're early in the carnival and there's less people playing, you'll actually have a better chance.
Yeah. Thought I saw another question, but anyways, yeah. So hopefully that clears that up a little bit. Obviously, it'll be it'll make a lot more sense. Oh yeah, this is a big
one. So loot boxes and the tickets won't be tradable, mostly because we don't want bots or cyber attackers to be able to mess with us. So you're gonna have to actually play the mini games to get them. Not tradable. So yeah, you won't be able to trade them for berry either.
What was I going to do here? Oh, yeah. Okay. So we kind of covered a lot of this, but how will you make sure the pets get to its owners according to your wishes? Will there be a daily cap? What if 100 gets open? Will the event just end? Okay. So we answered most of this already, but your last point there, absolutely not. The carnival, you can win lots of different prizes. Of course, there's a bunch of mini games that are just fun to play. For tickets, and you can win a bunch of other things too. And sometimes you're gonna open a mystery box and it's gonna kind of suck, and then you're like, oh, I gotta go back. And like that happened to me recently. I was playing the other day and I was like, ah, damn, I gotta keep going. So it's fun. It's like a carnival. The more you play, the more you'll be able to potentially get like bigger prizes and that. So no, it will not just end. But like Luke mentioned earlier, there's a certain amount every single day. So we will have a rough understanding of, um, you know, when the pets will be given out.
Yep. So that's incentive to get in early too before it gets too popular.
Okay. We don't have a ton more questions here. So if you have any, please throw them in the YouTube chat. Let's go back to an earlier one. More feedback than a question. Not everyone watches the AMAs. It would be good if there were more updates on Twitter and Discord via minor announcements. Yeah. So this question was actually originally from Cal, who has been around for quite a long time and probably sees us have gone through the various periods. There was a time where I was posting an update every single Monday on Discord, and it just wasn't good. It bred negativity, if anything, because if I repeated something that I'd said last week, it was like ignored or people would get irritated. It just became not great. So then we kind of moved into more like this live sharing thing. Like we're in Discord answering your questions, but we're also, we post when there's something to post about. And recently, yeah, we haven't been posting as much because we haven't released as much in the last month or so. So I totally understand why it might seem like it's a little bit more calm in there, but we really appreciate your feedback. So we'll try and do a little bit more communication.
Yeah, I would say we do prefer like the back and forth conversation for that reason too. It is smoother, it goes better, and it's like we like the two-way street a lot. But yeah, obviously this doesn't work for everybody's time zone. So yeah, it's funny. We used to host like two AMAs a day whenever we did them in the very early stages. If things start getting like when things start picking up, I could see us doing that again. When we get new players and when we get new users in, that's going to be super important. Um,
Yeah. Okay, and so maybe Legion wasn't here earlier. So Carnival starts last week of August. So no, we mentioned maybe August 16th, but obviously that's today and it didn't happen for various reasons, just trying to like schedule different things internally. There was Legion, you've been around for a minute, so you know that there was another game that we were going to release, another event we were going to release probably about a month ago that didn't get released. So Luke was suggesting maybe that will get released first before the carnival. We're trying to figure all this out. And like this is internal information, honestly. Like I'm just talking to you like I'm a coworker. We're trying to figure it out. Like I'm being really open and honest with you. We don't have a confirmed date yet. And I'm sorry, but I'm so excited for these things to come out. Like we've been working on a lot of things internally that haven't made it public yet. So I can't wait.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, yeah, that's part of the fun of being with us. You get to peek inside. You get to peek inside of how we operate. Like there's two approaches we could have gone, right? We could have went with this approach, or we could go with the other Web3 game approach where you only hear from us a couple times a month, if that. Like maybe you hear from us every 2 months. It adds a certain level of pressure on us, and then you also get to see, just how often plans change when you're like working with the company. This is the reality of everybody in Web3 right now. Like you have to be really adaptable, and it's interesting, right? If we were super strict on plans, we would have failed already. If we weren't able to be as reactive as we were able to be, if we weren't able to be as agile as we are right now, then yeah, we'd already be gone. We'd already be out of business. We'd be at zero right now. So I know we go back and forth on some things a lot, but that's also just kind of the process, right? And yeah, we're pretty excited about it. But yeah, I appreciate you coming through with us.
Okay. Let's hop back to some earlier questions we got. When funding announcement?
Can't announce it yet. But yeah, obviously, we're not dead yet. We raised funding previously back in January. Well, actually, it was like December 2021. And, we're still alive. We have runway in the bank. How did that happen? Um, yeah, we'll announce everything probably in the next few weeks. We're still bringing on a few more strategic partners, and the idea is, we just want to get the best possible people to have their hands in this as we move on to the next stages. And what we're kind of looking for with partners is we're very interested in the APAC region. We're very interested in people who have helped scaled games before. We're very interested in people who have scaled Web3 before. So that's the kind of stuff we're looking at.
Okay. When will pets be minted?
Yeah, so what part of why we're holding off on this? They're gonna be minted basically like immediately. That's why we want to make sure that we're doing this all right. But yeah, they'll be on chain right away.
Okay. How are these Genesis pets? How are they different, I guess, from the other pets that will come out in the future?
So if you took a look at the carnival, you saw a bunch of different types of pets, right?
Should I share my screen again?
Yeah, share it again. So yeah, you saw a bunch of different types of pets. All these pets, they're different species. So with the carnival, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be introducing like one specific type of species, and it'll be the Genesis species that will only have been introduced during this experiment. So there'll be 100 that only have this type, and they'll only look like that, which is pretty cool. And I think we're actually giving farmhands kind of say on which one we actually release with them. But yeah, basically it'll be this unique type of pet. There will only be 100 of them. That's the only time it'll exist ever and be minted ever. And they'll be like pretty visually different from other pets. And then also we can probably add some stat buffs to them as well.
Okay, how about Polygon NFT integration? So I assume you're talking about the avatars in game. Luke, do you want to?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys know any collections that are interesting to integrate, yeah, we're pretty interested in multi-chain interoperability. We haven't supported any Polygon NFTs for interoperability yet. Yeah, the ecosystem isn't super lively. But yeah, if you guys know any that are worth doing, or if you want to connect us with any founders, let us know. We're interested. Just has to make sense on both ends as well too.
Okay. Landowner won't allow pets as their common area for pets. So how it actually works in game is the pets aren't just out on their own like they are in the preview I just showed you. This is kind of just like a sneak peek, I guess, more for art purposes than functionality. Pets actually are attached to you and kind of like trail behind you and follow you around. So you can't just leave them somewhere. If you do leave them somewhere, they're not appearing in game. You have like a little area where you can swap between different pets that you want to walk around with, but they walk around with you.
To mint pets, will we need Pixel? TG will be before the pets. So no, what we're doing here is you won't need any tokens to mint them. It's only play to mint for these original 100 Genesis. But then in the future, you're going to need Pixel for the future ones.
Okay. Will pets battle each other?
So that's one area that we're debating on right now, and that's one area that we haven't quite decided. There's two routes I could see us going for our first like batch. Basically, we could go in more of a Tamagotchi route with pets and really focus on the core care and happiness loop, which we've already done a bit, or we could go in this direction. So yeah, if you guys have any opinions on that, I feel like this space is getting crowded with pet battling, and that might not be the best niche for us to focus on, just in terms of like competition, in terms of like skill set that we bring. I think social oriented game might be the more interesting play for us. and then focusing on how we can integrate them with core loop when it comes to things like farming or sabotage. Like I think that is probably the smartest play for us. I think the first thing we all thought of was battling. But thinking about like, is that really the best route for the Pixels team to go down is something that we need to be thinking about. So if you guys have any strong thoughts, let us know. If we go in that direction, we're still actively looking for the right game design talent to join the team. That's a whole different type of game designer I want to be bringing on for that.
Sorry, I'm laughing at this comment. Will there be stray pets that might attack and kill me? No.
Maybe. So it's funny because we haven't dove into any game mechanics like that, but the team has been thinking about like, okay, maybe it is time to start bringing in like different areas where you could risk, or different areas where you could like have some like risk reward benefit. Like Stardew Valley has dungeons, right? And I die in dungeons in Stardew Valley all the time, and it's like kind of sucks, but it's also a fun part of the game loop um, to have some element of that too. So those are things that we're pretty open to. Like that's kind of some of the gameplay that we'll start experimenting with as well. Um, we know you guys want it. You guys came into Web3 for all these reasons. There's some element of risk in games is fun, and I think we'll start to experiment with that now.
Okay. Even if boxes and tickets cannot be sold, this will not stop the bots since they will just open what they get and sell the pet.
Yeah, odds are lower, but then it's the difference with that is the time it takes to get the tickets to get a box. Can we catch them before that? Versus them getting like 5 tickets, combining 20 accounts to get 100. It basically cuts down or it increases what they need to do it. So our bet is that we can catch them before they have significant impacts, and it could be like a 10x to like 100x difference depending on how it's implemented.
Yeah.
And then
It's not going to be as easy as like, oh, I earned a mystery box and therefore I'm getting a pet. Like it's a mystery box. You don't know what's going to come out of it. There's a chance.
yeah, and
You
also the gameplay is different than the farming gameplay too. To get these, it's not farming. There's a bunch of different stuff. So yeah, what we want to experiment with this carnival is different types of gameplay as well. So yeah, I mean anything can eventually be, anything can eventually be manipulated, but we at least have a head start on anything like that early on. And then there are like elements of chance, elements of skill in these mini games too, that will make it much more difficult.
Yeah. Okay. What about sending your pet to do different tasks for you? This is like pet abuse. No, I'm kidding. Not at the moment.
Yeah, so right now what they have coded in them is they have storage, they have happiness, like they extend your reach. There's some fun stuff, but what we're probably experimenting with the next like couple weeks, like this is literally one of the highest tasks that we have on our plate is like experimenting with like how we can start to integrate them into like more interesting gameplay on the core loop. And yeah, some elements of sabotage are a pretty interesting place to start.
Okay, if you have any questions, make sure you're putting them in the YouTube live chat because we only have a few left here. If you earned one of the 100 pets at the carnival, would you still have the same probability for earning another one, or is there a limit?
I mean, we don't set the probability per account. The probability depends on how many people are playing.
So no, I guess to answer your question, if you get a pet, you could get a second one technically, but good luck. Okay. Will the Playtiment be airdropped?
You won't even need any gas. We'll cover gas for all the people for this Playtiment. Yeah, we have like operators that will handle that for you and send it to your hot wallet of choice. So it's essentially an airdrop.
Okay. If you ban a bot with a mystery pet ticket, will it go back into the system?
Technically, yes. I don't want to give details around that, but yes.
Okay. Will pets be integrated into Polygon?
Maybe.
Let's see. Someone asking for sprinklers. So there's always a point in these AMAs where I bring up Canny, but if you have any feedback or requests, feature requests, or anything like that, please put them in Canny. Canny is a system that we use to receive your feedback and go through it internally. There's a link to it via our help center. So if you go to our help center, it's at the top. It says feature request. If you hop on Discord, someone will link it directly to you. But yeah, go put any ideas you have like this in Canny. Okay. VIP sauna, when will there be changes? So the sauna is changing. When it's going to be released, I'm not 100% sure yet, but things are changing. They're in the works. I've been working on it. I was working on it like yesterday. So it's coming. I can't tell you exactly when it will be released though. Okay. Pets.
Can you upgrade pets? Yeah, it's a huge part of them. They're dynamic NFTs that you're going to need to put like care and energy into in order to make them upgrade. So they actually start as not pets. They don't start as pets. Maybe that's some alpha there, but yeah, they don't start as pets. They start as pet capsules, and they need to be incubated in order to actually become a pet.
Okay, I'm gonna leak one more thing from the carnival. I'm gonna post it in Discord though. There you go. Go look on Discord.
So the pet upgrades will primarily be in the berry economy. So they'll be minted in Pixel, but they'll require berry resources. So things like food, other resources as well, in order to actually upgrade them.
Okay. Okay. I think we've covered pretty much everything here. So we can call this one a little earlier. Luke, is there anything I missed here?
No, all I want to assure you guys too is there's some cool stuff coming in on the back end. A lot of stuff we can't announce, and like stuff that we're still like ironing out. But we're really excited about like the next stages of what we're up to. And again, I just want to thank our community. I want to thank all of you for helping us build this. The next stages, that's when we're going to start to turn up the gas. So we're at a great spot where we have, a core baseline product. We're ages ahead of other Web3 games for that reason, which is, a really good position to be in. Now what we need to do is basically get to the next stage. So that means, can we build a game that gets insane growth, that gets really great traction and makes like sustainable revenue? And we're in such a good position to do that now. Now that's what the next 12 months look like. So we're really, really excited about, turning on the next stages, building something that you guys really love and becoming one of the largest Web3 games in the space. And that's the next steps. So yeah, appreciate the patience with all of this. I really like that there's like a level of respect between us and the community now, and the community towards us too, that we're going to execute. It really sucks whenever we have stuff that moves back a little bit, and I'm always like a little bit too eager personally. So I need to start to. That's part of the reason I've been saying less about things lately, is because of that. I just want to. I want to get better at that. That's definitely a personal weakness of just like getting overly excited, because our team internally, we move really fast, but then when we're working with other people, I have to remember the space moves a bit slower. So yeah, I appreciate you guys putting up with my overeagerness sometimes. We're still making a lot of moves in the back end. And we're really trying to experiment with like what the next stages look like now too. So thank you so much for being here. And I guess that's like kind of all we had today.
Yeah, it is. So if we missed any of your questions, hop in Discord. I also just posted a little leak of the mystery box booth in there. So it's really fun. I love it. So go head over to Discord. You can ask any questions that we missed in there. I'm actually hopping on a Seam live stream in like 15 minutes. If you want to come say hi, I'll only be there for like the first 10 minutes. I think they're doing some sort of activation. I'm not sure. So I'll post the link in here if you're interested. And with that, we will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.